TheSmartLocal.com.
How much do you pay for housing each month?
500 to 600 plus.
1,000 to 1,005.
3,006. 4,007.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hard Takes. So here I am on the streets to find out how much do Singaporeans pay for housing, because we are all adulting right now, right? And do you all even know how much to pay for housing? I bet you all don't even know. Pay for EC, all that. Do you all even know? No, that's why I'm here to find out. Okay, let's go. So how are you this year, and do you currently rent or own a house?
So I am 25 this year,
Okay.
and currently I am staying with my grandmother, but I just bought a BTO.
Congrats! Like, was it, how much did you have to pay for a BTO?
So the first down payment, we don't have to pay anything, which is like 5%.
Because CPF?
Yes, because of the first timer grants. Yeah, so actually we don't fork out anything.
Then how much is the full amount? Do you know?
The full amount is about 612k
For how many rooms?
for 4 room at Farrer Park.
Have you all started calculating how much you have to pay per month?
Every month I have to pay another 2.6k.
Is it like a joint amount or is it a separate individual amount?
That one is a joint amount.
Then did you and your partner already like, you knew that you were going to spend this amount already? Or like you had to like sacrifice a bit here and there?
Honestly, if you do a BTO, right, it will be worth one.
Do you have to like look at the different factors when getting a BTO?
Honestly, something good, right? Just take it.
Just take it, yeah. How are you this year, and do you currently rent or own a house?
I'm currently 31 and I'm actually renting a house right now. It's actually a condo. It's a 2-bedroom and 1 bath.
How much are you paying for housing right now?
We were actually pretty lucky. So I think it was about 3,006. So excluding like utilities and whatnot. So just the rental, yeah.
Is that like a shared rental, or
I'm actually staying with my boyfriend.
you already knew the market rate, or like was it something that you had to sacrifice a bit here and there?
Girl, I was very unlucky. So my previous lease actually ended in August, and that's literally the peak of the housing bubble right now in Singapore. So I would say 3,006 is actually below what usually people are actually asking for. So yeah, hence I was very lucky. I think on average people would be probably about, for a 2-bedroom, for a condo, easily 4k.
Wow.
Yeah, depending on your location, but I stay literally just right beside the MRT. So
Oh, that's super good.
yeah, so super lucky.
So do you have any tips for people who are looking to rent a house?
Well, don't see too many houses. Really, the more you see, the more indecisive you get. But at the same time, also make sure you know what you're looking at.
How old are you, and do you currently rent or own a house?
I'm 33 this year. I'm currently owning a house of my BTO.
Then how much do you pay for housing each month?
After all the deduction, about 500 to 600 plus per month. But the pay is through CPF.
It's a joint thing together
It's
with
a
your
joint,
partner.
yeah, it's a joint.
So 500 from each of your accounts.
Yep.
Is it like a 4-room, 5-room BTO?
It's a 4-room.
Mature, non-mature estate?
It's a mature estate.
Mature estate.
Yeah.
Then do you think owning a house in Singapore is expensive?
Quite expensive, but if you work towards it, I think it's still able to achieve as a couple.
Then do you all have to wait very long for this BTO?
Yes, I waited very long, like almost 5 years plus.
5
Yeah,
years
because
plus.
of the stupid COVID.
Yes, the pandemic just slowed everything down.
correct.
Okay. How old are you this year, and do you currently own or rent a house?
I'm 34. I currently rent a place.
What is the type of flat?
It's an apartment, I think.
Is it like a HDB?
No, it's not a HDB, but it's those one block kind of apartments. Yeah,
Okay. Then how much do you have to pay?
4,007.
4,007 every month.
Yeah,
Is it a household amount or per pax?
household amount.
Household amount.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I got really lucky with 4,007, and the contract just started last year.
Did you have to sacrifice a lot to pay for the rent, or like you already planned for this amount to rent already?
Kind of planned it because of the recent hike in rental across
rate.
Singapore.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people who had to increase of 50%, 30 to up to 50% of rent. In the area I'm living at, which is East Coast, at Marine Parade Centre, if I compare with all the condos around me, I think I have my rental pretty cheap. So it's within the expected range actually.
Do you have any tips for people who are like looking to rent in Singapore?
Ensure that your fixed expenses, which is inclusive of your rent, does not exceed 1/3 of your salary.
So taking a little break from the video and the rejections I faced today. But anyways, please subscribe to us if you haven't. Thank you very much. Okay, back to the rejections. Hi, can I have 5 minutes of your time to answer some questions for a video? Oh, okay, thank you. Sorry, can I have 5 minutes of your time to answer some questions for a video? No, okay, thank you. Can I have 5 minutes of your time to answer some questions for a video? Okay, thank you. It's 3 PM and there's no one. So how are you this year, and do you currently rent or own a house?
I'm 34 this year. I just recently bought a house after renting for the last 6 years
Wow, like
because the rental rates went up too high.
and so like what kind of house do you own right now?
It's a private condo. It's a one bedder.
So how much do you pay for housing each month?
About 2,000.
2,000. Very expensive. Okay, was that something that you already knew that you wanted?
I always thought that I'll be renting all my life since rental was so affordable, but I do not want to succumb to all this uncertainty
Right.
where rental rates go up and down. Yeah, and having your own space is the best.
Then when you purchased this like private condo, right, you already knew the price at that point of time. Like, did you have to sacrifice anything, or you went ahead with the payment?
Yeah, I just went for it.
You didn't like, never mind, I just wait for like a few more months, see the price
The
go
cost
down,
of
that kind of
waiting
thing.
is high because of inflation.
So do you have any tips for like people who are looking to buy their own house or are like renting?
For people who want to buy their own place, living with their parents, right, I think it's good to rent out on your own for a year to see how is it like living alone, to have a taste of independence and really know what you want in your future home.
How are you this year, and do you currently rent or own a house in Singapore?
I'm 41 and I own a house.
I'm 36 and I do own a HDB.
How much do you pay for housing each month?
It's around like 1,002 to 1,005.
Around 1,008.
The amount that you're just given, right? Is it an individual amount or is it like a joint amount between you and your partner?
A joint amount between me and my spouse. Yeah, and we're actually living at a 4-room flat.
Mine is a individual amount, so I'm currently holding a jumbo flat.
Okay, then for like the both of you, is it a mature estate or a non-mature estate?
I would say nowadays in Singapore, it's like all areas are pretty matured. There isn't much of areas that are non-matured, I would say.
Okay. Do you think that's like a very expensive amount?
I think it's pretty standard, and to be frank, on housing, I think we're all pretty protected in a way, because I think the government has actually a lot of schemes, right? I think for housing, that's definitely not an issue.
Do you have any tips for like, new homeowners? Like young couples who are looking to get like, a housing, like myself, that I'm waiting to get my BTO. Do you have any tips for people like me?
If you talk about on average as a BTO new homers, right? Most probably you need to save like 40-50 cash, which is like
Cash?
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't count your CPF already.
Because I mean in Singapore we don't have a scheme whereby we can utilize our CPF for others, right? True. Definitely. I mean renovation definitely is a huge part. Yeah.
Any tips for like people who are looking to buy resale?
When you get a resale, I think condition of the house definitely matters. But again, it also depends whether the resale flat actually has gone through the government. They have this scheme where they actually do an upgrade of the building. So can check for that. I think they have like features like free upgrading of the toilets and all these kitchen pipings that are really old. Then it will actually helps to save quite a huge cost lah. I think because renovation wise, I think toilet costs.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's also the huge part also.
Okay, so I've gathered a lot of responses today. We have people paying like, $500 per month for a 4-room flat and paying $4,000 per month for a 3-bedroom apartment. And I guess it really boils down to like the different factors when it comes to buying a house, like the location, the market value, and I feel like a lot of them gave like a lot of helpful tips, especially when it comes to renting. Okay, renting in Singapore is crazy. So I think it's time for me to start saving up and also think about how I want to decorate my house. Okay, thank you for watching this episode of Hot Take. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and ring the notification bell and watch our other videos over there. I want a private condo, but I think never mind lah. I don't have money. Steven, this is a PSA to you. Marry me and get me a new house.
A new house? You haven't even shift to your current one.
Okay, fine. We'll shift to our BTO, then we'll talk again.